afternoon, probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a give right side. It's Hall looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack. And
touchdown! It's complete. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll go down at the 28.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Shrugs him off. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
51 to
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on first down. Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as well.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here comes Berrios. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first down, Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. So we got man. Topper. Exit.
Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
You ain't going nowhere. 66. Roll it hard.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On play action, Lawrence. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got given one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Lawrence on 3rd down. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Brandon Sheriff, the all-pro guard, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Etienne. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the first. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 94. Mike 8. It's been long.
Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Kill. Hard. Flare. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go play action with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 157 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping,
and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence runs over him. Throw left side complete to Ingram. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Ready? What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Pilot 64, weak.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Double tight, double tight. No. 3 down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hall. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 186 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a big play that time by the Jets. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it down.
It got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On second down now, it's Hall, and he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.